Hi, I'm in my poly and I look very hot and sweaty because it's hot and sweaty out there. It's just muggy and overcast, but I'm in my polytunnel. My polytunnel looks like this. Very green and lush. Look, over there I've got corn on the cob. Wait a minute. There we go. Look, over there I've got corn on the cob and they're flowering, which is great. So the tassels will will pollinate each other, which is great. I'm going to actually pollinate them now. Hang on. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've grown them in the polytunnel. And they grow really tall. So here we go. Look, this is the pollen from the corn, and that's the tassely top on that other one that's growing. It's not actually come through yet, but what you do is you just sort of mix and match. You brush a bit on there, brush a bit. I'm not even showing you. Brush a bit on there, brush a bit on there. And the other one's coming through. Hopefully, I get a few corn on the cobs. I don't know why I grew them inside. I suppose it's because I'm too lazy to do anything outside. So I grew them inside. Those purple tomatoes are growing. The variety themselves, I can't remember what my mate Jake said they were, but they're a certain variety, and although they produce fruit, it takes them absolutely ages to ripen. So there's loads of them. Well, there's a few of them. I won't grow them again because they take so blooming long to ripen. Courgettes, I've had one big one outside off. The melons I'm going to have to weed down here. Cucumbers I've got to retie. Tomatoes, there's absolutely tons of my other tomatoes with lots of fruit on them, and I've just got to pinch them out, tie them up again. As you can see, there's some massive ones, there's some little ones, there's melons, there's cucumbers. I've got to water some more because I haven't watered today. So as you can see, this one, look at it, it's very sorry for itself, but I'll give it a feed and a water. The other ones, they're growing up past the ceiling or to the ceiling. Got some sunflowers there. I've got my echiums, I hadn't even taken them outside. Load of strawberry plants and that. I thought I'd just do a little quick update in here. Strawberry plants are growing still. They're just doing runners now. They produced an awful lot of fruit. I've had a good handful every day for, I don't know, perhaps 3 months. I don't know if there's any in here today. There might be one or two, or the ants might have eaten them. Anyway, I've got to water them as well. Fish are doing well. I've just got this one pond, and I put all of the fish from the other pond into here because I had a problem with green water, green algae in the other pond. So I'm using that as just for watering my plants, the other one. In here, this plant, look at this. Now this is a pond plant, no it's not. It's an aquatics plant, so you grow it in your fish tank, and it's got flowers on. Look at those beautiful little flowers. Anyway, so if you grow aquatic plants, there's another one there, and that's got loads of flower buds on as well. They grow under the water, they grow above the water as marginal plants, and some of them flower. Some of them are blue flowers, white flowers, all sorts. I've put all the floating plants in here. It's taking over a bit, really. The dwarf Savinia is actually taking over, so I've got to take a load of that out. There's some fairy moss, which I'm trying to propagate a bit more, so I'm actually going to move some into other ponds so that I've got loads of it. I'm going to actually clean out and seal the other pond that I had my goldfish in, and I shall fill it up again with rainwater, put it back in the ground, fill it up with rainwater, and then I'll put plants in that one as well. There's dwarf lettuce, water lettuce, and there's giant water lettuce in here. There's dwarf Savinia, there's giant Savinia, there's English frogbit, Amazon frogbit, what else is there? Red rooter, I don't know, there's so many different things I'm growing. Oh, there's a floating poppy and a floating heart, which is a yellow flower. The English frogbit's a white flower with a yellow centre. I don't know what colour the Amazon frogbit is, can't remember. But the floating poppy is like a yellowish sort of poppy looking flower. Anyway, lots of things growing, doing really well. My barbs and everything in here, they're all doing well. You can't see them because there's so much floating pondweed. I keep on topping the pond up as well, just from rainwater outside, and it throws the fish into breeding, so there'll be lots of fry in here. They're spawning all the time. I did actually have a scrape about the other day of moving some of the surface plants, and there's the Ancestras seem to be doing all right in here as well still, so I'm very pleased with that. I have got guppies, mollies and swordtails in there as well. Sorry, guppies, platies and swordtails. I lost some mollies in the other pond when I had the problem with the green water, and as I say, I'm using that to water my plants with. So that's my little update on my pond. I've got to water the tomatoes that are over there, and do some watering in here. My goldfish, they've got a pond here. It's got an air bubbler in, and they're doing all right as well. There's some giant Savinia in here, and some water lettuce. I think it's giant water lettuce and duckweed. Yeah, so everything's doing well in the way of fish. I've got to feed them as well, and yeah, everything's doing good. So I just sort of do a little update in here. My carnivorous plant pond, very overgrown, stinging nettles, all sorts around it. Woundwort and stinging nettles. There's still a foxglove flowering in here. Lots of duckweed on the surface. There's some lilies in there, different ones, and there's some umbrella grass there and irises and all sorts. I have got to scrape off a load of the duckweed and top it up, and it has got a couple of hundred white cloud minnow, gold ones or albino ones, and the ordinary ones, and they live in this white cloud minnow pond. There are a few in the other pond as well. So that's a quick update of what's going on in my polytunnel. Hope you're all doing well, and cheers.